So I'm Jenny Cowan and we're just in the Pentland Hills, just to the south of Edinburgh. We run Eastside Cottages, which is self-catering accommodation. We've now got, the reason I'm counting is that we're halfway through developing cottages, so we'll have 5 cottages by May, because the 2 new ones are opening. So it's gradually kind of increasing as we're going. Yeah. Mum started it's a family business and very much diversified in the farm when Mum and Dad were running the farm and prices of sheep were fluctuating. They decided to take the step into agritourism, develop these cottages just as a way of kind of ironing out the peaks and troughs. So Mum started probably about 30 years ago, maybe longer, and we've been running pretty much well, we've developed as we've gone, so we've started with one and then gradually increased from there as we could pay off the bank loan and start the next project. Well, I think what's changed, I like to say in the last about 5 years, when we first started, it was very much people were coming to the farm because it was close to Edinburgh. It wasn't because they were coming to the place. And I think very much pre-COVID, actually, they started, and I don't know whether it's because we changed the marketing slightly. It was like it was an adventure. You go up farm track, you're in the hills. It became more about they were coming for the place to get away from cities rather than, yes, you still got people because of its location next to Edinburgh, but it became a lot less about that and more about the landscape and the farm and all that sort of stuff. It was a farmsteading that we were developing, and because we were doing it one at a time, we'd never started off with any sort of master plan. So it gets to a point where you're thinking, oh, we should have done that way, or thinking of all that. We didn't really do that, and I think it was just because of the way we did it in a kind of drip rather than a kind of master plan that then we started to plug into. So I think that's definitely what we would have done differently. I think for agritourism, I don't think I'm where I want us to be yet. It is about reconnecting people with the land. It's reconnecting people with their food, produce, all that sort of stuff, and we don't have that element yet. It's very much part of the plan, but I'm not happy with the way the storytelling is going. All that can be improved. So, and we've got a really, really great plan now. It's just a case of actioning that and getting going, basically. Personally, with the new cottages we've just done, it's very much working with good architects, good planners, planning consultants, and building control officers, all working together to make it really good. We had a few issues about whether they saw a self-catering unit as a commercial entity or a residential entity, and we had to argue that. There was lots of different, they were thinking this tiny cottage had to have the same sort of fire regs as a cinema complex. It was ridiculous, but we had, if everyone works together, we can, get through these sort of barriers. Yeah. Years ago, we were always kind of apologetic about it's up a farm track, and it's maybe not as it's a working farm, and whereas now we're like it's part of the adventure. This is part of the place. It's part of what makes it so special. So the landscape, the fact that it is a working farm, and you've got sheep coming into basically the farmsteading where the cottages are. You can experience that. You can see the sheepdogs working. You can up the farm track, and it does feel like we've had reviews from people that says, on the way up the bumpy farm track, we thought of it as the beginning of our exciting adventure, and it is. It's now more. exciting plus point than like apologetic. The road's not as, you know, tarmacked or whatever, you know. So yeah, I think that's basically the main thing, yeah.